Hello, all. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna close some tabs. I have like 30 tabs open. This is an impromptu live. It's good for me to just shake everything up, right? Once in a while. There we are. I'm coming to you via StreamYard, which is this little ducky thing here. So what's nice about that, goddesses, is that if you have a comment, I can put it up and just have a nice conversation. So yeah, this is totally impromptu. And I have some really positive things to share. Welcome, welcome. So yes, completely impromptu live. And I have some really positive things to share. Welcome, welcome. Oops, so yes, hang on there. Oh, yes. Okay, I thought I closed the wrong tab, folks. Oh my Lord. It's been a day. It has been a day. And I'm happy to be here. It is a Friday. Friday is the day of the goddess and in general, the divine feminine. And so here we are together. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I have some stuff I'm going to share with you. Of course, the cat hair. It has been a day. I am not going to lie. I have been working actually on some wonderful things, some fun things. Hang on. Again, with the million tabs open, I'm going to quit some things. I'm going to talk to you tonight and I want to get your feeling. Let me just, as I close some of this other things I have open, I want to talk about the full moon upcoming, the energies, doing my inner research, doing my outer research, and wanted to share with you and just get your vibe. One thing, first of all, I do want to tune in more to the energies and impact of the moon. And the moon is the most powerful during that phase, that full moon phase, which is also associated with the goddess, with the divine feminine. Okay. As that energy manifests around the world in every culture, the full moon is associated with that divine feminine goddess energy. So I want to tune in more. And as I was doing my outer research, to be very honest with you, what I found is there were undercurrents happening in my life that I wasn't really linking with the moon energy, with the lunar energy. And as I'm doing research about this upcoming moon, I think it's a super moon, it's going to be closer to the Earth, appearing larger. All of that, again, is more energy. It's a subtle energy, but especially affects women. Okay, especially affects women. So, hey, if you're live with me, say hi, say where you're from. Don't just lurk. Type in the chat, type in the comments. This is, like I said, completely impromptu. So there was not an announcement way in advance. I am just not one of those YouTubers who I see some people 10 days in advance, they're putting it, and it's great, but 10 days is a lot for me in advance for anything, for the artist in me. So I'm just going to share some words and feelings about this upcoming full moon. I will be hosting, hi BB, welcome, welcome, welcome to my impromptu live. I will be hosting a full moon circle for goddesses, for women on Sunday. Coming Sunday, it'll be at 7:00. Please join me. I think it's going to be really beautiful. I'm going to bring a lot of myself to that gathering because, as I said, I started to say, I've been feeling these ripples, these undercurrents intuitively. And then as I'm doing research about this full moon energy, which we're very close to. So the energy, it's like the rays or the light of the moon, right, shining out. That soft light. It's a feminine light. And it has an effect forward as well as for some days after. So many things correlating. But what I want to share with you is there's an aspect of celebration with this full moon coming up on Sunday. And it is happening the part of the sky, the nakshatra, this is in Vedic astrology, not Western. It's happening in Dhanistra, Dhanistra nakshatra. So it's in Aquarius. The full moon is in Aquarius coming up. But that part of the sky, that lunar mansion, part of the sky has to do with wealth. Dhanishta is the star of wealth. And so there's an energy of abundance for us to, again, not passively tap into. It's not passive. It's about understanding where does our wealth flow from. That is our true gift. That is our soul gift. Okay? That's what I'm getting, and then finding correlations with the astrologers. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but what I am is very intuitive, and I use cards as the vehicle. But Vedic astrology, goddesses, is very, very specific, very deep, ancient. It's just I find it the most helpful. So yes, the star of wealth. So how do you, a question for you, is to be more ample. And what I was already looking at, like I said, not knowing anything about the moon energies, looking at what is my gift and how to mold my gift to what the collective needs. So what does humanity need? What do people need? What do women need? What do Black women need? Women of color need? Like, where is my service and my highest gift? And so the same for you. Now, I don't know, those of you watching, hey, if you're just joining, you may have a job, job. Some people call that just over broke, but I don't necessarily ascribe to that. But is that job using your gifts in the highest way? Or it may be your job isn't your fullest soul expression, but your a hobby is, or a volunteer is. Okay, so this full moon is very much about, here are some of the key words. Okay, and then I want to know what you're feeling. Self-expression, individuation, authenticity, right? Are the energies right around this full moon. Your authenticity, and how does it overlap and interact with the needs of the collective, right? And your community. Community is also highlighted. One astrologer was talking about fitting in, and again, just really resonated with that. Like, where do you fit in? Do you want to fit in? And does fitting in perhaps represent a compromise of your true nature, of your style, your way of being, right? Sometimes we want to fit into a group, but the group, it doesn't feel quite like, there's not like a clique, and I don't mean clique like a clique, like, where like women are like huddled together. It's usually women. Sometimes we huddle together and we're like exclusive and we exclude others. I feel like that's more a female thing, but tell me if I'm wrong. To say something controversial, to find out what you think. So self-expression, authenticity is highlighted in these coming days. It's been highlighted. Our emotions are definitely going to be amplified. I am feeling that, just really deep emotions. There is an energy of Mars also. Mars, which is the warlike planet, the planet of fighting. Be careful with loved ones. Be careful with partners, lovers. Be careful about fighting. Okay, that's definitely been an energy. I've been experiencing conflict coming up. I'm just sharing that with you. And so be very, the word I just got is tender as you interact with friends, loved ones, family, right? Because there is an energy that is a little bit combative. I also think, and August, by the way, is my birthday month. I feel like August, there is often a tumultuous energy in August, right? There just can be, there's a lot of conflict in the world. And then with this Mars energy around this full moon, I'm just saying that it doesn't mean anything is inevitable. All right. because I really believe it's our energy. What do you think? Give me, I want this to be a conversation, guys. And who else is here? BB said hi. Who else is here? This is an impromptu live, and I've got my lemon water. Actually, it's lime. I'm going to drink some of that. Say hi. Don't just lurk in the background. I know this kind of is dinner time. I apologize. And I'm not going to stay on long because I don't know if you can see. I think you can see Percival's butt. Wait a minute. Wait. Right there. That's Percival's rear end. And he's waiting to be fed. So we don't want to starve him. So yeah, say hi. Say where you're coming in from. Are you new? Or are you a regular of the channel? Oh, and please do subscribe. It helps YouTube to know. It pushes the videos out a little bit more, and it's something you can do for free, and I really appreciate it. Hey, Goddess Kwana. Hello, welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome. Good to see you. So, inviting all of you who watch this now and in the replay, I am doing a full moon circle, a goddess circle, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The link is below, and check it out. I would love for you to be there. The last time I led a really beautiful relaxation. All the women who came were just afterwards, obviously I check in how they're doing, and always, it's always slightly different. It's always slightly different. And listen, like the Nat Ministry says, rest is resistance. So what are we going to do at this Goddess Circle, which is Sunday at 7 p.m.? We'll be doing some chakra work. And again, just tuning in intuitively. Like I said, I feel like, well, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know if I should talk about the moon. But what I was like, oh, it's root chakra. Then I'm listening to like just two astrologers that I trust. One hasn't put out her reading yet, but this woman, and she said something about root chakra, like her take on it. And she doesn't really talk about chakras, but she's like, this planet, all of this energy, because there's a lot about our bodies, about base things, not survival. I don't want to use the word survival necessarily, but things to do with the material realm, okay, at this full moon. And I intuitively felt like, okay, so I was like, okay, well, what chakra would I focus on? I'm planning this, like, and I got root chakra. So very much, if you are interested in strengthening, activating, re-energizing the root chakra. So for many of us, many in my audience, not all, of course, there's some drama that's always been, because I made some videos about the chakras and trauma. There's, I was just talking to, potential coaching clients. I do a clarity call. One woman wrote that her 2 sons were killed. In some sort of spousal, she just lost 2, I believe it was 2 boys. And it was just like, my life is much more boring than that, but the drama, the pain. And so I'm going to focus on the root chakra. So let me see if I can pop that link in right in the chat. Hang on, guys. Do join me for that. I know you'll get benefit from it. Let me just go back here. And this was when I say it's been a day. I've been building this web page and trying to make it look pretty for you and for me, because, oh my Lord, I cannot. If something is unappealing, I just can't. The Virgo in me, the highly sensitive person, it just drives me crazy. So just trying to make a page look beautiful for you guys. So check it out if you're here live with me. And this will be a full moon gathering. And I will be really dropping in more than I can on YouTube, like on a YouTube live, because it's a smaller group. Oh, and the first 4 women who enroll, I will do a 3-card mini reading, including the major arcana. So what does that mean? The major arcana I will pull for you. The major arcana has to do with big life change. Like, what is the energy? Is it strength? Is it the Hierophant? is it the Fool card? So I will pull a major arcana for the first 4 women who enroll. So do check it out. It is $7.99. I was liking how that sounds, the number 799. And this is just, I'm also really focusing, and as well for you, Goddess, to be compensated for the work that you do. So $7.99. It's an hour. We'll probably go a little longer, 75 minutes. Again, I'll be leading you in a deep relaxation. We'll do some chakra meditation specifically for this moon energy. I'll share and sort of channel some more. And then if you have any questions, okay? So do check it out. And I'm putting it here. And for those replay folks, it's below the video as well, is this link. So the Star of Wealth, Dhanishtra Nakshatra, and how can we increase our abundance? I'm going to be talking about that. And there'll also be journaling. There'll be journaling so we can look at what are the blocks too, if you have some, and I think we all do because many of us were raised Christian, right? And in a lot of interpretation of the Bible as saying that, and I've said this before, you have to really look at translations and who's translating and who wants to keep to basically hoard wealth, right? And so teaching the masses that money is bad, or that really exchange is bad, right? That, you know, poverty is better. You just have to question that. I want to know what you guys think, because that's been my awareness, is that there's programming. There's programming everywhere. As I said, there's also how do you interpret something? What is the true meaning? So is it to remain poverty stricken to the point where you can't meet your basic needs, right? Because there are some folks out there preaching that, teaching that. Is that really what is meant? And I don't think so. I no longer believe that, because as we see, poverty is a horrible thing. I don't think it's something to aspire for. You can be spiritual. And if you're living in your gifts, goddesses, right? If you're really bringing forth your divinely given gifts that I feel you may have even earned over lifetimes, right? Like I am an artist, and my mostly cloud paintings, for some reason, the quality of air and sky, I just find it so relaxing. And people who have my paintings love that quality, like especially for meditation space. And I've been able to draw just as a child. It just was a very easy gift for me. It just wasn't hard. It was like, and people would like watch me and be like, wow, like, how you have that's a skill. It's like someone who just dances well naturally. And obviously if they take training, right, you get better and better and better. So again, putting this back to you, what is your natural gift? What is your natural gift? Share in the chat. I'd love to know, like, what is your gift? Because this, as I said, this full moon is also about celebration. So celebrating what makes you special and unique. And actually, I want to remember that. I might go back and add the word celebration. It's a celebration of ourselves and our God-given holy gifts, right? Yeah. So I want to know, share, like, what are your gifts? There are a bunch of you watching. Stop what you're eating. Put your fork down. Okay. Put your fork down. Put your spoon down if you're having soup. I want to know, like, what is your gift? I think especially for women of color, I feel that we may present a confident exterior, but sometimes we don't acknowledge our gifts, our authentic gifts, and our self-expression. So yes, let's do it. Let's publicly and out loud say our gifts. Yeah, and I just got an positive energy feeling when I said that. So Kwana says, I'm naturally good at putting together puzzles. That is so interesting. Is it something about the shapes and color? And what else, Goddess Kwana? I feel like that's small. I feel like I'm looking at your beautiful smile and your glow. And so again, not for me, but share. What are some other gifts too? What are some other gifts that you can celebrate? That I feel like there's bigger gifts BB, what about you? Again, stop eating. Stop eating right now. Put the fork down and type in what is your. So, some of my gifts um, are, like I said, art, seeing and being able. It's two things because, this may not interest some of you, but art specifically, there's a skill element. Some people are very skilled, but they're not creative. Okay. And that, ask any true artist, they'll be like, yep, yep, because there are people who can draw and paint, like just nail it, and it might be beautiful, but they're not actually creative. And so for me, a true artist is someone who, like I'm saying, I have the natural skill, but I also ideas. Like I man, I got too many ideas. My issue is, God, that's a great idea. Oh my God. I've got a screenplay idea right now. Okay. I'm like, Viv, I think trying to write a screenplay right this second, but I keep seeing this beautiful story. And I think I'm supposed to write it down. I'm supposed to put it out into the world. So creativity is I would say, my main gift. It can express as art, but I tend to be creative. Oops. Okay. My landlord is going to start, I was going to say he's going to start vacuuming. You know what I mean? Mowing the lawn. Mowing the lawn. Um, so yeah, what are your gifts? What are your gifts? Yes, Goddess Kwana. Let's see. Yes. So life, that tells me you have a lot of chi. Okay. People who have a lot of chi, it's a couple of different qualities, but when you can sort of nourish plants, it means that you yourself have a nourishing energy. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm good at taking care of plants. The vegetables I grow make people feel happy when they eat them. That's beautiful. I I won't go off on a tangent, but I have really wanted to garden. And where I live, I love, like, I have an amazing landlord. I'm looking out the window right now. The man is like, got a lawnmower specifically because it's like quiet, super, super good people. Very, very nice. Um, but we don't have a good garden plot for me, Juana. And it kills me because I have a very shaded yard. So it's just trees just covering. So I tried a couple years ago growing stuff, just didn't have enough light. Um, but yeah, that's a beautiful gift. And to be able to, yeah, that means you have nourishing chi. So that is really, really good. Who else? Who else wants to brag? I hesitate to say brag, but I'm like, again, as women, we are told to kind of just keep it, don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant. Don't be, I think that's why many people hate Oprah and just have so many ideas. And like, I'm not going to get into fringe stuff, but I think that a lot, even Black folks, there's some who really dislike her. And I think it's because she, you know, I mean, I'm just going to say, she's confident. She's over decades developed that, and maybe that rubs some people the wrong way. But many of us, again, she talked about keeping her cup full. Keeping her cup full really resonated with me. This idea, and again, I'm going to put in here the Nap Ministry. You need to go to Instagram. This woman is brilliant. I'm going to try to get her on my channel. Okay. Ministry. Let's hope I can spell. Former professor, but maybe I can't spell this. Check her out on Instagram. And she also has a new book. One of her key phrases is rest as resistance. I want to bring her on here, and I'm going to buy her first book. She's already got a second book, and the first book's been out for like 2 years. And I'm just like, can you slow down? And something she said was beautiful. She said, like, her work gets out there. She goes, but she is on social. So that was I think we were talking about Twitter, because Twitter, as we know, is getting real nasty, to use a term that a certain person likes. And Twitter is just very nasty. Okay. Right now, there's just a lot of rage and low level stuff on Twitter. And so she was talking about that and saying, she has spread the word about her work and her ministry and affected, I would say, probably hundreds of, not tens of thousands of women, especially. And she said, it's because I'm rested that I can do that. Isn't that deep? She's like, I am rested. So when I first heard of her, I literally was like, wait, I'm sorry. She's talking about what? Taking naps? What the fuck? right? And her thing, though, when I read it, I read some of her writings. She is linking, and this is for everyone. This includes for white people because she's like, it's all of this is linked to white supremacy, right? And it affects some of us more, okay? But this idea of us as just being bodies for labor, you're valued by your labor, just really struck a nerve with me. And it is true, right? So to see, I was looking down on her because I'm like, down at her because I'm like, naps? Come on now. I mean, that's good. She's like, yeah, hustle culture, hustle culture. It's capitalism, and I'm gonna say extreme capital, like capitalism on steroids. So check her out, guys. Check her out. Nap Ministry on Instagram. Her writings are beautiful. Look at her books. She has one in November coming out. Like I said, I want to get her on the channel, and she has one that came out about a year and a half. Brilliant woman. I mean, like her PhD is on multiple levels of like American history, slavery, just she's brilliant. She is just brilliant. More people need to know about her. Let me know if you heard of her. I've mentioned her before, probably twice in out of all the videos I've done. So I really hope she'll accept to come on my channel because she's got a book to promote. Hopefully she'll come. But check her out, support her. So what I'm aiming to do for my ministry, though I really wouldn't use that word, because I don't identify specifically as a Christian. I was raised Christian, but I am now more of a mystic. Yeah, right. And I've just burst that wide open. My parents, were following how they were raised and their parents before them, and probably going back about 3 or 4 generations, to be honest. Before that, though, we would have had very likely our native religion. Apparently, I have mostly Nigerian blood. So, as we all know, I see so many people who are Christian, but we're very tapped into the ancestors. We still are aware of our ancestors and connecting. Hold on, what is Percival doing? Okay, Percival, oh, there he is. He is there. So, what is your gift? What is your gift? Who else is here? There are other folks here. What is your gift? Shout it out. Shout it out. And my gift also is, I would say, not spirituality, but teaching spirituality and adapting it for each person. And what I'm really good at too is seeing what can work for each person. So rather than coming from a dogmatic place, as I'm saying many people in various religions do, I am able to sort of take, okay, this could work for you. This is what's needed here. Like, for example, some people may need more devotion in their life. I know that sounds weird, but some people are more of a devotional nature. In one of my programs, one of the goddesses, sorry, my tag is itching me, guys. I'm really sensitive to when there's a tag in a garment and it's like itching center of my back. So she reconnected with Mother Mary in one of my programs, right? My Awaken the Divine Feminine. And she had a background connecting in the religion she was raised in with Mother Mary. But, she came back. She has this beautiful, soft connection with this divine feminine, right? In Christianity, Mother Mary, right? It's there. So self-expression is this full moon as it relates to how you can be authentic and still serve others with your work, with your God-given gifts. My personal, also, I'm putting in our emotions are going to be amplified. Be especially careful with not becoming angry, especially with loved ones. Bringing something to completion and fruition. So I have good news on that note. I probably shouldn't hold it up, but hold on. Hold on. I have really great news. I was watching Blacksit Global's live. Apparently, she does watch my channel. And I think she interviewed me, or I don't remember. But let me see how I can and not show my address. But yep. So Homeland Security wrote me. And I will be sworn in as a citizen in a month. I wish it were sooner, okay? But I am going to have that American citizenship, which, as many of you know, because I have overlap. Hey, if you're just joining, so I'm really, really happy. I got my notification finally. So it looks like, yep, I was going to hold it up, but I don't even, let me be careful. Let me be careful out here on the interwebs. They do warn you, this is a solemn and meaningful event. I'm like, I know. We ask that you dress in proper attire. Like, I wasn't going to wear flip flops and shorts. That is, please. We don't have to speak about. Some people would do that. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, thank you, BB. So, this is awesome for a variety of reasons. Again, we're out on the interwebs and in public. So, I will kind of limit my words. But part of it, one, I've lived in this country since I was 9. Um, Unlike whatever Mr. JD Vance, whatever, I'm calling him VD Vance, which I don't think is really his name. I am a cat lady, right? He's talking about women who don't have children. Um, I have given so much to this country. A lot of it uncompensated, I would say that. A lot of it energetic, to be really honest with you. But I've been here since I was 9 years old. So I'm finally becoming a citizen. Yes, if my mother were more on top of things, we could have handled this, right? In fact, I'm not quite sure why, when she became a citizen, I didn't become a citizen. Anyway, so I had passed the test, as many of you know, which is nothing to, you know, I know for a fact as a teacher, there are Americans who couldn't pass the test to become an American. There's 100 questions. There's a bank of 100 questions, and they only ask you 10. A few of them were tricky, even for me. And I consider myself pretty educated, but whatever. But there were like 3 tricky questions, okay, involving numbers and years. But yeah, so I'm going to be sworn in. I'm going to take an oath. I'm going to dress nicely, and this allows me to travel. So yes, it allows me to travel, and the American passport is a good passport. Okay, I'm not gonna. There are many people on YouTube, and I watch many of them. Um, you know, dissing. I'm just not going to go there. We know America has beautiful ideals. It would be beautiful for the country to live up to those ideals, but the citizenship provides some benefits, having been here since I was 9, paying my taxes, yada yada. So to finally have that, sadly, it's not in time for me to vote. And that just hit me today because I went in to get my license renewed. And because I said it's my birthday month. And there's that question, do you want to register? And I was like, oh, and it says, are you a citizen? I was like, so I still, if you're not a citizen, for those of you who don't know, you can't vote even as a permanent resident, which is my status. Permanent resident is that. It is permanent, but you cannot vote. Okay, Percival's stalking me. So again, I just want to really invite you to come to the full moon goddess circle. I'm going to be well rested. I will be doing just healing energy. Again, we'll work on the root chakra for this full moon coming up. Be strengthening that. I will lead you probably in a short relaxation. The timing is a little tricky, but we'll do some chakra energy healing and some journaling. And it's a time for you to bring something to completion and fruition. Yeah, sorry, that's where I was going with that. Is you can see my long saga. You guys know I'm literally still waiting for my Jamaican passport. Okay, my country of birth still 14. I want to say it's 12 to 14 weeks, and I'm literally at like the 13th week. Like, I emailed them. They didn't get back to me because they're like, well, you're still within the window. We warned you. It could be, I think they said 6 to 14 weeks. So I still don't have that yet. But again, America's coming through, and Then I still have to do the step though of getting the passport. Is anybody watching now or on the replay? What is the time frame on getting your American passport? Has anybody done it recently? I want to say that I read 2 to 4 weeks. My fear, to be really honest with you, is I do think that some Americans, I think there's going to be a increase in people looking for that passport to travel, given the election, just given the energies. What do you guys think? Like, what have you heard? And I'm going to pause because, yeah, I'm going to let you give out some reciprocal energy. And thank you for the congratulations. It literally, spirit did tell me to do this because I've lived here so long without the citizenship, happily unable to vote, but other than that. But as I was just looking at travel plans and this next phase of my life, I it's like, no, get the American citizenship. And so, I listen, and that's a big part of what I train clients to do and folks who work with me is listen to your intuition. So, not even sure that I'm seeing the full reason for it logically, but intuitively, it was like, yeah, get it. So I'm really, really psyched. So yes, Nat Ministry, check her out. And this Sunday, I'm coming, Percy. I hope that kind of sounded personal. He's sitting staring at me. I'm not going to put the camera on him because. So Sunday the 18th at 7 p.m. will be a full moon circle. And I will be giving teachings, and I'm going to put the link again. Check it out. Again, the first 4 women who enroll will get a reading, a mini reading for the energies specifically that they're going through. So I'm putting in the link in the live chat again. And I will do a major arcana. Again, a major arcana is in the tarot. Major arcana will give you really like life phase. This is so. Those of you who've been watching from the beginning, remember I mentioned the strength card? I literally just picked up the deck and at the bottom was the strength card. That often happens for me when I'm already just intuitively, that certainly relates to the root chakra, right? As I said, the root chakra is the energy. I just opened, I literally split the deck. We got the world. We got the star, following your dreams. It's really interesting, really interesting. We got the magician, right? So for the first 4 women who come to the full moon circle, I will pull I will have separated the cards. I'll pull a major arcana, and then I'll pull supporting cards. So say you got the Fool as the major arcana starting fresh, and then you got the 2 of Cups as one card, and I'll pull another card that can be saying it's time for a fresh start in relationships and looking for a partner. So I will pull 3 cards for the first 4 women who sign up, and I'd love to have you there. We do it like I'm in my meditation area, and I invite participants to light candles, to have some incense, do some sage, prep yourself. And it's just a very, very nice. The last one I did, one woman was outside on her porch, which was very pretty, like a really pretty, and I think she was getting ready to travel. And so she popped in for that. Most of the time, of course, the women are in their home, often the bedroom. But if you do join this full moon circle, I invite you to take some time. Like before I went live with you, I was burning some sage. It kind of burned down almost to a nub, just to clear the space and clear the energy. And so you don't want to be like rushing in from like a horror movie and then come to the full moon circle. Okay, that wouldn't be good. I'd like for you to come in had like a little bit of a breather before you join. Again, it's Sunday the 18th at 7 p.m. It is private. It is off of YouTube. So it's kind of a safer setting. And we will sort of dive in and we'll balance and heal ourselves relative to the energies that are available for us as women. As I said, I've been feeling these energies, feeling the energy of, is it letting go of relationship or is it healing it? So much, so much. Abundance as an expression of gifts that were given and that are like meant to be your survival mechanism, your self-expression. How can you, and then a friend also very spiritual, reiterated a lot of this. Yeah, oops, it looks like I got cut off there for a bit. So I look forward to seeing you at this full moon circle where we'll dive deeper and in a really experiential way. Before I go, if anybody, I'm just going to leave a moment if you want to share anything or ask a question. Some of you just watch passively. You must not be regulars. You didn't share your gifts. So Goddess Kwana, thank you for sharing. BB, I don't know if you're still here, BB. You didn't share what your gift is, but thank you for the congratulations. Goddess Kwana, thank you for the congratulations as well. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. Mind is super active. So many ideas, creation, trying to put things on a timeline. Another thing I also wanted to announce, I'm really thinking about, let me know what you think of this, reopening my membership in a very specific way. It's been open, but accentuating it by putting in the courses that I've created. I've created 4 courses: the chakra course, I just don't talk about them much, the sexual energy alchemy, which is about self-massage for healing the body's energy. I have, oh my gosh, I have another course, which is, I'm blocking right now, the chakra course, sexual energy alchemy. I did record the Awakening the Divine Feminine, but I teach that sort of live. But what I'm going to do is in my membership area, put these programs so that you can, as a monthly member, access them. So rather than having to buy the course, you can be a member of my community of spiritual women who also, you want my feedback. Like if you've taken a program with me or you have a meditation question or you're having a shamanic question or energy, things are happening for you. That way you can get my support in the community off of Facebook. Okay. I am not wanting to have a community on Facebook. So consider, I'm just putting it out there that that's what I'm thinking of doing, is putting the courses within that so that when you join the membership, you're supporting this channel and me continuing to create on this channel, but you're also getting back access to these courses over time as a member of the community. So let me know what you think of that. There are many YouTubers who do it that way. Like say, if you just knew you wanted the chakra course, you could get it, you could purchase it independently. But if you just had your monthly membership, you'd have access to it to take the lessons and also get my live support. So I'm going to close there because, yeah, I'm getting hungry. I want to have some supper. I've got to feed the Percival. And so disconnecting, sending you energy for healing, for love, for joy, for light, prosperity, love. And if any of you are going through a hard time, just knowing that change is the one constant, right? And just flow with it, flow with that. Allow things to leave. Oh, great. Hey, Goddess Kwana. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So you will most likely be right in there. Yeah. And I love a small group and an intimate group. So I look forward to you being in there. That is really nice. We'll talk about the Star of Wealth and tapping into that and just the energies and I really will feel it more on that day. Also, one of the things I will just let you know, we want to not have too much artificial light. Like to film this, I put on these bright lights, but literally for us to get the light of the moon into our eyes and into our bodies and our nervous system, we don't want to have too much unnatural light, which is what it is, after dark. Okay. And I know that's hard because I like to read, you're on the computer, but that is a big part of what imbalances us as women. I'm going to repeat that during our circle because it's very important. If you're having like gynecological imbalances, it's when we get too much light, it's like a yang energy, it's a masculine heating energy. And the moon, think of how our ancestors would have been sitting outside. And this is wherever your ancestors are from. Think about it. They would have likely on a full moon night and leading up to the full moon, they would have been outside anywhere in the world, right? Now, if it was like deep, deep winter or whatever, but even then, the moon, I mean, there's poems about the moon all over the world, right? So we don't get that, goddess. We don't get that moonlight. And that does affect our energy. It affects the balance of energies in our bodies. So I'm going to try to have less light on me during the circle. I'm just going to figure that out because, yes, it's like I'm presenting, but at the same time, to really get that moon energy. So those of you, if you sign up, it would be beautiful if you were in such a way where you were near your window so the moonlight could actually, you could bask in that. Okay, this is for real, a healing thing. So much love and blessings. Have a beautiful, yes, Percival. Did you guys hear him? My cat talks back when I talk to him. Can I pick you up? No? Okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. Enough with these people. I don't know why you're talking to the screen when I'm here. You're right. You're right, Percival. I'll be right there. All right. Crazy Cat Lady signing off. Talk to you soon. And I probably will be live in the day on Sunday, or I'll have a recorded video. But it's in the evening. We will meet for our moon circle.